Everybody, we're back with another review, and yes, we have a very special review today because we finally gotten the whole set of the KO Star Cats, the Deformation Tycoon from JinJiang. It is the KO version and the G1 colored version of the Dinobots and their take on a Combiner Dinobot figure. So we have 5. Yes, we have all 5 boxes of these bots right here. I bought them from Divisoria again, the place here in the Philippines where you can get almost anything that's KO, like KO toys and everything. But again, the reason why we're doing this is because we want to check out what's the whole deal about this. If you can remember, a few years back we had a colored version of these guys, the KO Star Cats Dinosaur Combiner, that was colored in a Age of Extinction color, so brightly colored dinos in purple, blue, red, and yellow. And this time they have it in their G1 colors, almost G1. So we're going to review these guys and we're going to check them out. And I'm just going to pause the video because there's just so much things going on here. But as you can see, we have the very first bot right here, and this really looks like it's their version of Grimlock. It is a very big figure. It is Voyager in size, and let's just take a look at this. This is what it's going to look like once combined. Now it looks very menacing and it looks big, but I have this and it's not really that big, so I'll show you later on 2 versions of these guys. And this is the box's backside, and you would have a product shot of the bot mode and the alt mode. This is the bot mode, and this is the T-Rex alt mode of Tyrannosaurus Deformation Tycoon. Collect them all from JinJiang. It's a brand again, so we have all 5 dinos. Technically, you can see them here too. You got Grimlock, you got Sludge, you got Slag, Snarl, and you have Swoop. So there you go. So I'm gonna just put that here. And this is the box version of their Snarl figure, which is, I don't know, it kind of looks small to me, but it's been a while since I've gotten my hands on these. And if you take a look, it's not really Snarl because that's a raptor right there. So their boxes are more geared towards the movie line, the Bayverse, and not a big fan of that, but still, Dinobots. And we have the Sludge version, and we have a Spinosaurus for his box. Eesh. There you go. And we have the other 2. We have here Swoop. Swoop would be the 2-headed pterodactyl from the movie, which I think they named Strafe. Ew. Bayverse. And we have finally Slag. And I think the Slag figure is, you know, something that I like. And the Dinobot that we have right here looks pretty menacing too. It doesn't look very Triceratopy, but it looks very it's like a monster that you'd I'd definitely hunt that in Monster Hunter. That's one thing. That looks pretty cool. It's like a cross between an Ankylosaurus and a Triceratops with the fangs of a T-Rex. I'd definitely hunt that in Monster Hunter. Capcom, take notes. Anyway, we have these guys, and we'll see them later. I'll just try to unbox all of them, so I'll be right back. Okay, so we finally unboxed these guys, and it took me a while to just remove them from their plastic prisons, and we have them in bot mode, and we're seeing that they're very unique. They're not the tip. If you haven't gotten the Star Cats version of this, you'd find them that they're very unique little Dinobots, and they're not really following. See, someone's already fallen down at the back. Jeez. Okay, that was Slag. And like I was saying, they're not the usual mold for the Dinobots. One thing that you will definitely notice is that they have their tails as shields. So they're more like parts formers. They came along with these hands. They're very simple, and the quality of the plastic for this thing is not really the best. As you can see that there's, trying to see there's a lot of sprue marks and cracks, and the plastic is thick. It is sturdy thick, but like what I said, it's not the best. Look at that. See that? Right there. So if you're a little too iffy and you're not really okay with a lot of, you know, kibble and a lot of excess plastic, I think this won't be for you. I just bought it because I had the AOE version. So this is the foot. There you go. And let's take a look at the individual bots. So we have here the snarl version, and if we can take a look, his face sculpt is not that bad, but I would have enjoyed it if they made it black. I like the light piping that they have for this guy. They all come along with shields, and they come along with swords, which they can form into a huge weapon. Their articulation is very limited. You have this, you can bend it at the knee. They have thigh swivels, they have these things, but you know, you can, not every one of them would be this nimble and this articulated. We'll talk about that later when we hit Grimlock. So it's not bad. The color is not bad. A lot of people are saying that they're really bad looking, but it's an acquired taste, I guess. It's a very acquired taste. So one of the cool things again that they have light piping. I like that. The color is not very striking. I mean, it's cool that it's the usual gray and gold and red, but very different again from our Hasbro or Gen 1 Dinobots. This is the sludge version. I like the face sculpt on this guy. Check that out. Very cool face sculpt. There's a lot of kibble down at the back, as you can see that there's the dino head. Sprue marks everywhere. Same articulation. He carries a sword. This is what I was talking about. You see that? I don't know if you can see it, but there's excess plastic over there, excess plastic over here. So quality wise, nah. So let's put this guy over here. And we have this other guy over here. This is now their version of Swoop. This is my least favorite, although it was my favorite in the AOE version, which I will be showing later. I won't do a comparison, but he is very light, very cheap feel, has a very cheap feel, and the head is just really, that thing is, you know, that, I'll try to focus. The thing is okay, the sculpt on the head is okay. It looks like a ninja swoop, but it's too loose for me. Tons of excess plastic again. I like that they placed the missiles right here, but this one looks kind of cheap looking. The plastic is hit or miss. It's, you know, the paint is kind of thick on this guy, and that's Swoop for you. So I'm gonna place Swoop over here. Now I think this would be my favorite after Grimlock. Slag looks very, let's try to focus on that. Come on, camera, focus. So he has a cool face because they placed black paint on him, and it looks very dirty, and it looks very menacing for a Triceratops. He looks like a bruiser. Very big, bulky exterior. Right there. He has the same transformation as the old slag would, and his horns can be literally adjusted, but my horn is kind of bent. I don't know why, but it adds character. It adds character. There you go. There you go. That is your slag figure. Ah! Something fell. It's his tail. Just pick that up. Here we go. So again, all of their tails are shields, so I'm just going to remove that because that's loose. This is Grimlock, and let's try to just check out the face. Yeah, it's a pretty cool face, very Prime, reminiscent of Optimus Prime. The problem with this is mistransformed. It comes out of the box mistransformed because you can actually bend it like this leg section, and oh Jesus, it's too tight. And you're supposed to like angle it and then just make it. There you go. It's too tight, and I'm going to tell you what's the problem with this. Ugh, see that sound or hear that sound? That is just scary. Oh man, come on. There. It should be transformed like that, so that the arms can freely fall in this section. Now the other problem with this toy is that this left leg is too stiff to do such a transformation. It's either you have to shave pieces of it and unscrew the hinges from this and then just take it out piece by piece and shave the whole thing so that it can be free, because if you force it, it will break. I will tell you that, ladies and gentlemen, this thing will break. It is so stiff. Oh my god, can you hear that sound? Ah, Jesus. Oh jeez. Alright, that would break, and that's not a very happy sound for a toy. Cool parts. I like the paint scheme that they did for this guy. Very Dinobot-ish. Black, red, gold, silver, the works. Has an amazing light piping, although you can't see it. There. And he is a big toy. He is Voyager size. Hefty and heavy. The backside is not very striking. I hated the whole circular section, very round, rotund, and yeah, this is technically him already halfway through combiner mode. There is no extra head that goes along with this. So that's the bot mode for these guys. And one thing that I can tell you is I think you want to keep them in Dino mode, and that's what we're going to go through right now. So I'm going to pause the video and set these guys in Dino mode. Okay, so we finally transformed them into dinosaur modes, and I think that this is the better mode of these guys. As you can see, that they're bigger compared to the other Dinobots that you would have that has been out recently, versus the Power of the Primes, versus the MFT dinos. So these are your KO Star Cats Dino Team G1 Recolor in Dino mode. Let's try to check out first Sludge. I like Sludge because, take a look at that. That looks like a real sauropod. I mean, very, it's very reminiscent to a sauropod's framework and body. It clearly would be a dinosaur, a long neck. And reminds me of either a young Apatosaurus or a very young Brontosaurus, or whatever you want to call them these days. So that's Sludge right there. Very hefty, by the way. These guys are not... I'm telling you guys that the plastic is not really the best quality plastic, but it's heavy. It's very hefty, especially in their Dino modes. The next thing that I like would be this guy right here. Very big. This guy is a big Stegosaurus, and this is Snarl. I like the details that they had, these little accents that they placed. The red and silver looks amazing on him, and the fact that you can open his mouth really wide makes him look more of a jolly little Stegosaurus. Actually looks like a frog to me, and this is not dinosaur accurate. Stegos would have a very pointy snout. The one that would be very dinosaur accurate would be the one that they had for the Power of the Primes. But this one, I still like it because of the bulkiness. I like the spikes on his back. So let's put Snarl over here. Now this guy is something else. And I think, let's try to focus. Come on, focus. Let's go, focus. There you go. Okay, so I think Slag is one of the strongest figures among this set. Very nice transformation. Very menacing look. I like what they did with the homage to the G1. It's still the same right there. You can open his mouth. The horns are a little bit weird because it's bent, and one of them is not even bent right, so it gives more character. It's like a wild ceratopsian, and you can see that their tails are there. Very nice figure, very menacing, very aggressive looking. I would go with this guy next. He is the weakest of the bunch, and I hate him. I don't like this guy at all. This transformation is weird. He's supposed to be transformed like this, like that, but that doesn't really make a lot of sense as a pteranodon or a pterodactyl or a flying reptile. It is very forced. It is very weak. It's loose. You can't make him stand. He would do like a pecking stance if you leave him alone. And Swoop here is the weakest figure of all. I think that MFT and Hasbro did a better job with their Swoop, but this guy right here, it just really just, you know, bites it. You know, I just want to throw it away. It's not a cool figure, and it's the weakest of all. It's very loose. Oh yeah, see that? It's a loose figure, not a fun figure, and it's very easy to transform. Now, of all the Dinobots in this line, I think the most massive and the most dino accurate would be the king himself, Grimlock. Look at that. I mean, that's a big T-Rex, and it looks very T-Rexy already. It doesn't have that cartoonish grin that the MFT Grimlock had. This has a menacing chomper, and very reminiscent to your Beast Wars, or what do you call this, Cybertron Grimlock. And he is big. He is a hefty, big figure. I like what they did with the fangs. Very sharp. It hurts actually to transform him if you put the finger in there. And drawback, I don't know what happened here. There's an opening. I might have transformed him wrong because I was transforming this out of memory from my older version of this. And they're very easy to transform. Believe me, they're very easy to transform, and they are so easier than MFT. So we're gonna do a very quick size comparison of these guys. So look at this. This is MFT Swoop. Let's put all these guys right here. So MFT Swoop compared to this Pteranodon. Look at that. That's just weak. That's just weak. MFT does it better. We're gonna just put this here because he's really, I don't like him. And let's remove Swoop. Let's bring out Grimlock, recently reviewed, and comparing him to the Grimlock of this version. I mean, this one is just big and menacing, and Grimlock is kind of cute and lovable, and you know, he's a king, but he looks sometimes like a bozo. Me no bozo, me king, right? And this one's like, whoa, crazy, evil looking Grimlock. Thank you. Let's put this guy down in the back. And this is the appeal of MFT. I mean, compared to this guy, this one is just really meaning business. This one is cutesy, evil, cutesy, menacing. Me flag, me throw flames. This one's like, oh, metal, metal. It's like something that you'd see out of a Slayer video or Napalm Death. I don't know. So let's move this guy away. And let's place these two side by side. This one again is so cute, and this one is like, it looks dopey as well, but this one is dopey cute, this one is dopey menacing. Again, the Star Cats are a lot more serious looking than their MFT counterparts. Put that here. Let's put Sludgio, Littlefoot, and you can see that Littlefoot would have been very scared of these two long necks. You know, if you guys don't know who Littlefoot is, for all you millennials out there, Littlefoot was from Land Before Time, and Land Before Time was a very famous dinosaur cartoon when I was a kid. Anywho, so this one is cuter, rounder. This one is a lot more robotic, very reminiscent to, if there would be a Cybertron, a Hasbro version of, what do you call this, Fall of Cybertron, I think this would fall right into place, right there. Say goodbye. So one last pause, ladies and gents. We're going to pause these guys and combine them into the combiner that they're supposed to be. Okay, so we're back and we're finally, we have finally combined the KO Star Cats Dino Combiner, aka Chunky Volcanicus. So this is their version of the, you know, Dinobot Combiner. Volcanicus, I guess. You know, we don't really have a formal name for that. If you remember in the comic books, I think it was a UK comic book that they named their Combiner Dinobot Extinction, but in this case, you know, we don't really have a name for these guys, but we'll just have to go with Volcanicus since Hasbro officially named him, and that's the official name. So as you can see, there's no head or giant combiner head for this guy, and what I will tell you is that this guy is flimsy as heck. I am just trying to make him stand as is right now. He doesn't do much. He doesn't have any articulation or whatsoever. Just the usual up and down on the limbs. I think that you can actually move his knees, but he is so fragile. He is so flimsy that the slightest touch would make him fall. And you can put, he's a what do you call this, a parts former, if you would call it, you know, because you have to remove certain parts of it. Now, I didn't really do the exact transformation and the whole combination, the combination of how to do it. It's because it's very easy. I mean, when you get this thing, it's far easier than combining your, you know, the other combiners that we have right now in the market. That's like the KO Gravity Builder from NBK, the Machine Boy Bruticus, and all of that. And these guys are very straightforward. I like the color scheme, and I think that I will leave them in this mode. Look at that, very shiny. Gold and silver makes it really look good. The head of the Stegosaur just flips down. It's very loose, so I think that's really just something with my product. I got it like that, but overall I think he's not bad. I mean, a lot of people were skeptical in getting him, but for me I think he's not really bad in combined mode. And if you take a look at the back, that's the back part right there. And I will tell you that it's so flimsy that you might lose parts. I think I lost a part, or my box didn't really came with a connector piece for the leg, and I had to go back to the store and had it replaced, and the store was kind enough to replace it for me. Now, I told you that this is a repaint because there was an original version of this that was launched back in 2014, and it was based from the AOE, Age of Extinction, and this is that version right there. And as you can see, they look good together. They're not really fantastic, but they look good together. I mean, this is a little more solid than the other one. Believe me, I don't know if they made some modifications or simplifications on this, but the transformation is the same. It's just that this one is a lot sturdier for me. It's possibly because it's a better quality product, and this one is a knockoff of this, so this could be like a 4th or 5th party already. But overall they look pretty much cool. I don't like the scheme on this. It's very Denver the Last Dinosaur. This one is G1-ish. Stick to that. Very cool. I love it. Now let's remove the AOE version. Again, this is this was launched way back 2014, 4 years ago, or 5 years, I'm not mistaken. It's kind of dusty, and I don't know if it's even out now or even still for sale. So if you want to find one, good luck. Let's compare him to his legitimate and original counterpart. And we have Volcanicus. As you can see, Volcanicus towers over him. He is like a chubby little brother to the Hasbro figure, the original Hasbro figure. Oh my god, what is that? The stickers are peeling off. Jeez. Okay, so they don't look bad. They actually look great together. This is a lot shinier. This is a lot meh in color, and look at the slimness on that. I'll probably get the upgrade kits for Volcanicus really soon, because I have something special in store for you guys as well. So there he is. That is, again, the KO Star Cats. Whoa, Jiminy Christmas, look at that. Look, good thing I have cat-like reflexes. I told you that he is flimsy. My goodness. I was scared. I was really legitimately scared about that. Anyway, so that is the KO Star Cats Combiner, and he is available in 999 Mall again. Yes sirree. He is priced at around 1,000, I forgot, 1,600, 1,800, roughly at that range. 1,600, 1,800. It's up to you to haggle for the price, but you know, he's that expensive. And my recommendation, get him only if you're a big fan of the Dinobots. That's pretty much it for me, because he's not a perfect toy. There's a lot of this guy just really bites it. I don't like swoop. It's hard to I mean, the joints are very hard to move around. It's not hard to transform, but it's very stiff. It's very tight. Pros would be that it's very big for the dino modes. It's not cheap plastic. It's heavy, sturdy plastic, super sturdy. That it's creepy to transform it, because you might break a piece because it's super tight. So there, I would rate it at a 7.5 or an 8, but not an 8.5 or a 9 like what I did for MFT. But it's only for you guys who like Dinobots. So again, thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned, because more of the Dinobots, because we've been really getting a lot of dino action here in the Philippines, and I'd like you guys to check this out. We have the KO version of Volcanicus from BPF, and I will review this really soon. I got the whole set. This is the Deformation Dinosaur. So check this out, just a little teaser. I'll be back with these guys next time. So thank you very much for watching. If you have any comments, suggestions, feedback, I'd like to hear from them. Please hit the subscribe button. Thank you very much for watching. Again, my name is Chompilo, and remember, till all are one, peace out, rock and roll.